There's no more DK. There's no more Sister P because of this man, Ian Hills. Comrades, he gone. They will mash up the party. They talk to the nation now. The gang of war.
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. The gang of four, them a mash up the party. There's no more DK, no more Sister P because of this man, Ian Hills. The best thing that could have happened to the Jamaica Labour Party was getting rid of Ian Hills. Ian Hills has to be the most destructive force in the history of Jamaica's politics. When you put him with Dayton Campbell, Peter Bunting, and Mark Golding, you have the mother of all destruction in the People's National Party, or what the gentleman called no more DK, no more Sister P. Can you imagine Ian Hills being in the same party with Andrew Holness? Can you imagine, guys? You see, people like Ian Hills, they can only survive in certain environments. They can only survive in hostile situations and where there is a lack of structure, organization, discipline, respect. You put them in an environment where those things are present and they're like a fish out of water. And this is why they can only survive where there is chaos and confusion. What is it that attracted these guys to Ian Hills? It wasn't any good attributes, it's his ability to create chaos and problem. And here the gentlemen are talking about it.
The man losing seat. He come back to me again. He said, big man, me no lose no election. I may have a mission to complete for the people of Revered. Do you remember me? He said, yes, man, I know you from my little boy, man. I said to him, big man, you know, say you sabotage the people of the Grangeville division. You sabotage the people of the Sheffield division. You sabotage the people of Little London. And you sabotage the people of Westmoreland. And he asked me how. I'm going to tell you.
It's indeed a day of mixed emotions, mixed feelings. You notice most persons are wearing black, sadly. This is not what we would have signed up for when we joined this noble movement, the PNP. The PNP deals with democratic socialism. That's the party that we joined, the party that we love. But in more recent times, we are seeing a shift, a change. I don't know what has risen, but that has taken over. And so the party has started rewarding loyalty instead of listening to the plea of the ordinary people. We are not willing to join the line, having had numerous discussions with the party Iraq in terms of meetings, expressing our collective agreement that we will never support the aspirant at the time, Ian Hills. And failure to do so, then we are going to do what is necessary. To date, they have installed him as the candidate, and as such he continued on his mischievous way, the only way that he knows how to do best. He has had an illegal divisional conference in Little London, which was staged last week Thursday, and that conference stated that Juan Reed is now the chairman of the division and he will represent the People's National Party. So if I am the sitting councillor and he's going to represent the People's National Party, then how blaming me for stepping aside? Why asking me why am I stepping aside? Those disrespect we will never tolerate. We are independent people by nature, and as such today we seek to make that official by declaring our independence. Happy Independence Day.
I do not want any of us to misinterpret why we are here today. It is not a moment that we are relishing, it's not a moment to celebrate. It really marks a moment of sadness in the People's National Party. This is a situation that has reached a stage where, from where we sit and from where the People's National Party sit, cannot be a good day in the life of politics here in Jamaica. This is a situation where you have 3 councillors who are elected representatives in their respective divisions who, to this point, have been ignored, and the recommendations given have been rejected. The fact is that we have always been consistent with our position, and our position has always been that we would never facilitate a process that would seek to legitimize any individual that is alleged to be inherently corrupt. We made that position clear from the first meeting that we had with the party hierarchy, and they failed to adhere to our call. We actually indicated initially that it is not about Garfield James seeking power along with the support of the 3 other councillors, including the mayor himself, Burton Moore, councillor for the Nickel Division, but rather it's from a standpoint of integrity that we choose to defend our position. We indicated that we would never support an individual who have failed the party's internal integrity commission. We indicated that and reminded the party hierarchy that perception is people's reality.
Our greatest strength is unity that we have built over the last 4 years, so that the People's National Party is a strong force that will be unstoppable, because we are all pulling together in one accord, in one direction. And comrades, anyone who fall out of line, who say or does anything that makes it harder for us to achieve the prize that we're all working towards for Jamaica, that person is not ready. That person is letting the side down. That person must be told in no uncertain terms that them have to stop it, because we're not dealing with that. A progress we're dealing with, unity we're dealing with, oneness we're dealing with.
That was last night in Southeast St. Anne, where the sitting member of Parliament, Lisa Hanna, was not present because she was ousted by the Gang of Four, directly and indirectly. And she's smart enough to know to just step out of their way, just like others have. But the interesting thing about Mark Golding's speech last night about unity, I think he has a completely different perception of what unity really means. Mark Golding's unity means that he gets things the way that he wants it. And once he gets what he wants and everybody falls to his feet, even if it's just 3 people out of the whole party, then that is unity. As explained by the gentleman, his idea of unity is not to listen and exchange ideas. He's standing in the constituency of a woman that they ousted and saying, hey, we're united. When half of the people them in the party gone, as well Lawrence Rose said, he can't even get 70% of the party to support him and the Gang of Four. Mother of all destruction. No more DK, no more Sister P.